We'll close out this chapter by looking at the ArcWeb controller framework. ArcWeb is a virtual user interface for Symetrix DSPs providing user control of presets, volume, mute, and source selection. ArcWeb is accessed using smartphones, tablets, or computers. Any popular browser can be used to control volume, mute, source selection, and other important parameters of a sound system from an iOS device, Android-powered mobile, or computers. To access ArcWeb on a wireless network, connect the Ethernet port of a Symetrix DSP to a wireless router. You can use existing Wi-Fi network or connect a dedicated wireless access point to the DSP itself. ArcWeb is flexible and secure. There are 4 unique instances of ArcWeb available within a site. Think of each instance as a discrete controller that you may use 1, 2, 3, or 4 depending on the system and your needs. Each instance can be assigned unique security privileges and is programmable with up to 24 menus. Each menu may contain up to 16 items. ArcWeb instances are configured with the external controller wizard just like hardware Arc wall panels in the guided step-by-step process. Choose Edit Existing External Controller, select the desired ArcWeb instance, and then click Next. To make an ArcWeb available for use, check the Enable ArcWeb number box. Edit the ArcWeb name to identify the control. This name will show up on the ArcWeb's interface as well as the main index which shows all available ArcWebs. Finally, click Add New Menu to start adding menus to the ArcWeb. If you already have some existing menus, you may duplicate, edit, or delete them with the appropriate buttons. In the next slides, we'll review the process to create various types of menus for ArcWeb use. The steps involved are quite similar to those we've looked at earlier in this chapter for physical external controllers. An ArcWeb can control several classes of items in the Symetrix 761: volumes, continuous or enumerated, mutes, selects, source selections, and presets. While there are subtle differences in the ArcWeb options between Symetrix 761 and Jupiter DSPs, the core functionality of ArcWeb is very similar. Select the mode that suits your needs, then click Next. Let's look at adding a volume menu. ArcWeb supports both continuous and enumerated volume menus. Continuous volume menus operate like a fader or knob. Enumerated volume menus allow installers to define and name specific volume levels. For continuous volume menu, select a parameter you wish to control from the drop-down menu. Then give your volume menu a name. This name will appear on the ArcWeb's display. Finally, you can specify an upper and lower limit to restrict the user's control as well as set a resolution for the menu. When finished, click Next and you will return to the Edit ArcWeb screen where you may edit, add, duplicate, or delete more menus or move on to set the ArcWeb's preferences. For an enumerated volume menu, select a parameter you wish to control from the drop-down menu. Then give your volume menu a name. This name will also appear on the ArcWeb's display. Now you may add, edit, or delete volume levels, also known as enumerations. Each level must have a name, which appears on the ArcWeb's display, and it must have a level. When finished, click Next and you will return to the Edit ArcWeb screen. Now, let's make a mute button for the ArcWeb controller. For a mute menu, select the parameter you wish to control from the drop-down menu. Then give your mute menu a name. This name will appear on the ArcWeb's display. Now you may reorder the menu items or change their names for better clarity. When finished, click Next and you will return to the Edit ArcWeb screen where you may add, edit, duplicate, or delete more menus or move on to set the ArcWeb preferences. Now let's create a menu to recall presets. In order to create a preset menu, you must store some presets first. For a presets menu, give your presets menu a name. This name will appear on the ArcWeb's display. Then, you may choose which presets you wish to appear in the preset menu as well as reorder them or rename the items. When finished, click Next. Next, we will add a Select Radio Buttons group menu to our ArcWeb controller instance. For a Select menu, select the parameter you wish to control from the drop-down menu. Give your Select menu a name that will appear on the ArcWeb's display. Now you may choose which items you wish to appear in the Select menu as well as reorder and rename the items. When finished, click Next. The Edit ArcWeb Preferences dialog allows control over the security settings for this ArcWeb instance. Each ArcWeb instance may have its own unique security settings. To enable security, check the Enable Security box, then fill in the desired username and password. Username and passwords are case-sensitive and may be 4 to 15 characters in length. Additionally, an option to have the user automatically log off after a period of inactivity may be enabled. Automatic log-off time may be set from 1 to 480 minutes. Set the options as necessary and click Next when finished. On the Program Arc web page, the site file is downloadable to the DSP if you are online. If you are not currently online, the Arc web programming is saved and will be transferred to the DSP the next time you go online. If you're online, the Launch Arc web button will be enabled. Click it to launch your system's default browser and go directly to the Arc web interface.